Hello everyone, welcome back to another cryptic crossword today. I wanted to do one because I was like excited because I did one off camera and I got all but 2 of the answers right without needing any help, which is like if you've watched all of my cryptic crossword videos, it's a huge step forward from like the first one I did, and even some of my recent ones have been rough. And I'm like hopeful that the day may arrive soon when I can get the rest. Get the entire thing. I just needed it to give me one letter, and then I solved the last 2 clues because they were crossing there. So, dot reordered medicinal pot. Well, I assume medicinal pot is that 12 letters? Medicinal. Yeah. Okay. So I imagine we're meant to rearrange the letters in medicinal pot to get something that means a dot, which is a 7-letter word and a 5-letter word for dot? That's a tall order, huh? Circular is 8 letters. No idea. A lunatic inside ran fast time. What happens? There's too many ways it could be like you could have a lunatic inside of ran, or you could have inside of ran, you could have fast time, and it could be something that means lunatic. I don't know. Mocking Trisha's weaving. Could mocking be an anagram indicator? Trisha's is 7 letters. But I don't know of a word for weaving that uses those letters. Maybe there is one. I don't know. I'm not sure what else would fit here, really. Stated entire problem with a sock. Really? What is a problem with a sock? A hole. Ah, yes. A hole is a problem with a sock. And if someone stated hole, you might think they meant whole with a W, meaning entire. Okay, at least we have some inroads now. Astro pitcher tossing where players gather. Man, I don't know any Astro pitchers. I mean, it might. Like, this is an American crossword. That might well be a piece of pop culture that you're like not exactly expected to know, but where like it's reasonable to expect you to know it. So they might actually be looking for like a pitcher for the Astros. But it doesn't say Astros, it says Astro, which is a little weird. There's like where players gather. Could be a lot of things, I don't know. Stuffed food in little landfills with a question mark. Not sure. Bulldozers doesn't fit, okay. It doesn't seem right, but it was just like something that came into my mind. Spies writing 100 lines of verse. Is this a clue? Because spies write... No, it's a code. C is 100 in Roman numerals. Lines of verse could be an ode, and spies write in code. Anyway, let's get back to the acrostics, actually. A lunatic inside ran fast time. Still don't know. Powder from the pantry, cultivated garden growth, we hear. Powder from the pantry could be some kind of flour or sugar? Garden growth, we hear. Yes, that's flour. Right? Because, a thing that grows in the garden is a flower, and you might hear that as flower. So, powder from the pantry. And I think we're just looking for something that can be cultivated, like wheat or grain. I don't know. Wheat flour, I think, is more normal. I don't know what grain flour would be. It probably exists, but I don't know. Vampire in a tale of brewed lattes. No. Vampire in a tale, brewed lattes. Vampire. Well, a bat, maybe? There's a vampire bat. I was thinking of famous vampires like Vlad, right? But sure, it could just be bat. Barista doesn't fit. Brewed lattes in a tale. Coco's? The Count? Don't know. F troop unit, scattered and hard to find now. Gosh, no idea how to start on this one. Oh, scattered actually could be an anagram indicator, and this has an F in it, and it's 10 letters, right? Yeah. So that's probably what it is. And so this is either of or if. Hard to find now. Out of print? Yes. That uses the letters from F troop unit. Buster Brown's last. Well, that'll be S. Bow with love. Or it could be bow, obviously. Not sure. Alright, I guess we're... Oh, we didn't look at this one, huh? Wait, did we look at this one? Yes. Holiday decor, Sharon and Emily put back. Well, are there any holidays that are 8 letters long that would fit here? Like Halloween is no good, Easter is no good, I don't know. Nothing stands out. How about holiday decor? Like, what's with Sharon and Emily? They have to be part of the wordplay, right? There's no way they can be part of the definition that I can think of. There are famous people with those names. I know there's a Sharon Stone. Is there an Emily Stone? I can't think of any other famous Sharons, although I'm sure there are some. Okay, anyway, back to acrosses, apparently. Raise hustling off. Huh. I don't see any obvious wordplay here at all. Yep, no idea. Well, what about mantas are rays, right? Can't think of any other useful synonyms for raise. But I don't know what that has to do with hustling or off. Arrived at outside of Red Cave. Outside of Red Cave could be RE. Or RD could be the outside of Red. Cave. Also, why is Red Cave capitalized? That's really weird. Huh. Quit or agree to keep going. Well, they're kind of opposites, but obviously the wordplay can split them in interesting ways. Quit or agree to keep going. Don't know. There are like words that could mean both of those things. For example, like you could say accede, right? Like if someone is asking you to quit, you could agree to do so by acceding, or if they ask you to keep going, you could accede to do that. Like, I don't know. Flag Street, also a road. No idea what this is about. Flower in Texas covers ripe bananas. Okay, so this in kind of makes me think, like, what if we just looked at this entire thing for a flower? 10 letters, right? Exascover. That's like not really a thing, right? Ascoversary. Okay, I think it is probably not a hidden. I don't think this in is saying to look at the entire rest of the thing. Because there's just not any good, like... I think in order to be a reasonable hidden, it's required to actually use all the words. And so it would have to be like this, right? Which is 12 letters. So rather, I think... Well, one thing is it could just be a flower in Texas. Some flower that's well known for being in Texas. Or a flower. Oh, the Rio Grande? Oh. Wait a minute. Bananas might be an anagram indicator. The letters are just freaking crazy. And look at this. Covers ripe is 10 letters. And then it could be a Rio, right? What letters do we have left after writing Rio? We have C, V, E, S, R, P, E. It doesn't look like the name of a river that I know. But it might be one. Rio Prevgef. I don't know. I feel like it's got to be a river, though. Let's pencil in Rio, just so I remember that, and maybe the R and the O will help me somewhere. Mythical ship. After 100 things put in the hold. Well, is this at Argos? That's like a famous ship that Jason sailed on, right? But 100 should be a C, I assume. I can't think of any other good mythical ships. I guess the answer could be mythical, and then it could be ship after 100. Not a really good way to do that. Things put in the hold. Goods? Cargo? Ah. Yes, it was. Oops. Why did I unpencil that? Oh, because it's wrong. Yeah, so the Argo is the mythical ship I was thinking of. Things put in the hold are cargo, and the mythical ship is after 100. I really believe it's covers ripe here, but I just have no idea what rivers are in Texas. Irritant in developing nations. Okay. I thought maybe... Oh, I see. Probably nations is... Well, no. Irritant in develop... Again, this in looks... For some reason, I'm like thinking everything's a hidden today, but maybe it's not. Is this just a gnat? Yes, it is. It's a gnat. There we go. A gnat is an irritant, and you can find those letters together in developing nations. Soil tossed in trash. Well, tossed could be an anagram indicator, probably, and in trash is 7 letters, so something meaning soil. I don't know the answer, but I thought of a good wrong answer. It could be shart in. That's one good way to soil some pants. You just shart in them. Oh man. I don't know this one. Keep manure a long time. A long time is a decade? And if you wrote a decade, that would be 7 letters, but it doesn't seem to have anything to do with keeping manure. So, Boy George's first strains for female vocalists. Probably B. Boy George's first is a B. Strains could be. I have no idea. I'm not sure. Still don't really know much about these. We didn't have this O before. Yeah, we did. Oh, this will be carbon dating. Let's see why. I just saw determining the age and it was long, and I was like, okay, it's carbon dating. Spelled it wrong. So here we have Brando acting written badly. Unpleasant stopping of the wind. Stopping might mean the end of something, maybe? Of the wind? I don't know. Toy collections with wheels, oddly resistant. Ah, oddly is probably telling me to misspell resistant. Yeah, that sounds good. And the definition should be toy collections with wheels, apparently. Well, it probably ends with an S. We have a 4-letter word and a 5-letter word like that, huh? Train sets. Does that use all the right letters? Yes, it does. Okay, train sets. So now we won't get any more help on this one. A grotto? Maybe? Like that's the only word I can see that fits. Why would this be a grotto though? Arrived at could be got to. And the grotto is a kind of cave. And if arrived at, we're outside of nah, still don't totally get this one. Arrived at. I think that's just got to. But the problem is. Oh, well, okay, so got to is every letter except for this R. Outside of red, can that just be R and not RD? It's a little weird. Alright, I mean, I'll take it. Still don't know about that. How about this? Flag Street, also a road. Just no idea what's going on here. What about a yard? Barnyard? That fits with the letters we have. Does it make any sense? Not really. I still don't know. Let's look up. I don't mind looking stuff up for Cryptic still. Let's look up rivers in Texas. And let me bring this tab over so you guys can see it. Rivers in Texas. So we're looking for what again? Covers ripe. Covers ripe. It should have lots of letters from that, right? Oh, the Pecos River? There you go. Still don't know this. Unless it is sharded after all. Keep manure a long time. Well, this should be an eon. Poop eon? It doesn't make much sense. Shitteon? Not really. Keep. Keep, like a castle maybe? Not as in to retain? Oh, that's interesting. Still can't think of... Oh, a dungeon? Yes, a dungeon. I don't know if I would have called a dungeon a keep, but okay, sure. And we have a dung eon. Still don't know this. Or these. We have a couple new crosses, but not many. So now we have this P. Pitcher's bullpen or something? Pitcher's pen? Doesn't fit. But where players gather might be a pen. Or like a theater. Well, it can't be a pen because we have in... Oh, well, it could. We have an N in both of these. If I put an N here, it won't be the worst thing in the world here. Oh, I didn't see this one. One's showing up at 10D. 10 minus D? A 10D? Really? Okay, sure, I get it. This is... So one showing up is an attendee. And the wordplay is like the most literal thing you can imagine. At 10D. There you go. So now I'm out of help on this one. Standard? A flag is a standard. Street. And it could mean also a road. There we go. Now, I don't have many new crosses, sadly. This is new, I guess. Oh, I haven't even looked at this one, apparently. Wag struck hip. Well, that must be with it. Which, come on. Which means hip. I don't have any idea what this has to do with wag struck, though. Maybe struck could mean to rearrange the letters in something meaning wag? Huh, I don't know. Okay, this H at the end is pretty exciting. What if we put a T here? Earth doesn't, like, really fit. Soil. And we can put an S here. Could also be an A, you know, it's possible. We're You know, it might actually not be an anagram. We might be... Well, I was thinking we might be writing trash and then put inside of it a two-letter word for tossed. But there's no way to do that, because if you put a T here, then it can't connect to the R. And if you put a T here, then the tossed can't be inside the trash, it would be around it. Also, the R, A, S would not line up with this H anyway now, so... Vocalists. Gosh, I don't know. Heard what's going on with antelopes. News. That's a species or something of antelope. And if you heard it, you might think someone was saying news, i.e. what's going on. Okay, this looks like ESTS, something ists. Maybe? Okay, I mean, actually, the idea of rearranging Trisha's is looking okay. All we have so far is a T and a C, and those are both in Trisha's. Satiric. Oh, I read the clue wrong. We are meant to rearrange Trisha's, but because of weaving, not because of mocking. The definition is mocking, which means satiric. Buster Brown's last bow with love. I don't know. I still think S makes sense. Buster Brown's last. But then what the heck does bow or bow? Is there a word for one of those things that's 4 letters long? Blank R, blank O? Arco, Arto, and that like the whole thing together would mean love? Would mean with love, I mean? Okay, well we made some progress on this one. Oh, is this brood, lot brood, meaning to rearrange the letters in lattes? We would need still TTEL for this. Lestat. That's a vampire in some kind of tale. Let's look that up though, just to like know more about it. Yeah, The Vampire Lestat, novel by Anne Rice from 1985. I don't know where I came up with that one. I had it confused with Lestrade, which I've heard. I hang out on numerous like Stack Exchange sites and just kind of like read the most interesting questions, even when they're things I don't know anything about. It's just actually not even Lestrade. Lestrade is from Sherlock Holmes, right? But it's actually Strahd is the thing in the D&D adventure, which I've heard. He's a vampire in The Curse of Strahd, which is like a D&D adventure that people often ask questions about. And I had that confused with Lestrade, I think, and that gave me Lestat. All right. A bit lucky on that one. Well, we've made progress on reordering this medicinal pot, I guess. You know what? This is the stupidest thing in the world. It only now occurred to me that medicinal pot is referring to like marijuana and not like something you would boil stuff in. It doesn't matter, obviously. We're just meant to rearrange the letters in it, but like for the clue to make sense, it makes much more sense if like the medicinal pot is marijuana. Okay. So I guess this is really where we should try to make some progress, because we have this giant anagram. Do I have a... can you guys see this? Yes. Okay. So I have all of these letters. Excuse me. And I need to spell... like that. And it would be something that means dot. God, that's hard. And it's supposed to be a 7-letter word and then a 5-letter word. Well, we've used C and O. So, and L, of course. And we do want the space here. It is a 2-letter word. Let me just put this here so I and you remember. And it means dot. Dot is just so... like, such a short... How do you say dot in this many letters? I'm gonna put spaces in between these letters, just so... or in between the blanks at least. Just so I can tell, like, how many there are. Tack, tick, pick, peck. I mean, this kind of looks like it ends with AL, doesn't it? So let's kind of start another fork of computation here where we imagine we've made that change. I'm leaving the original one in place so that we can get back to like the real state if we need to. ITAL maybe could make sense. No. Dipital, picketal, pecketal, mecketal. Okay, this C didn't seem, or this IN doesn't seem to work. EN? No, that's horrible. Decimal? Decimal point. Okay, all right, we got there. Decimal point is a dot. Okay, that helps a lot. Oh dear. So it wasn't an S. That's very exciting. Last with love? Bow with love? Oh, maybe Buster Brown had the last movie he was, I don't know who Buster Brown is actually. Maybe like his last movie is something he was famous for and we were meant to recognize it here, and then we can have bow with love. Although I still don't know how. Let's look up Buster Brown. Who the heck is this? Hang on, let me. I can't find the window. And I can find it, but it's like weird. Anyway, a comic strip character. I see. Okay. In the early 20th century. First appeared in 1902. Buster Brown. I've seen this guy. Wow, okay. Okay, sure. A popular style of suit for young. Oh, maybe I've just seen his suit. I don't know. So like publication history? Oh wow, he worked for Hearst. I know. I've been to Hearst Castle. Like, was he in the last any last book of his or something? I guess not. Comic books. Film. He was in a film. Theater. Goodness. What a character. Alright, no idea. That finding out who that was did not help me at all. Okay, we have some more crosses over here now. Now we might holiday decor. Sharon and Emily put back. Mistletoe? It's too long. And obviously the W, like, I would like to keep. M. Holidays starting with M. Doesn't have to be like traditional American holidays. It could be well-known holidays from other cultures like Yom Kippur or Ramadan. I don't know what they use for decor. Sharon and Emily. That bugs me so much. What the hell am I supposed to do with Sharon and Emily? And like put back? Just baffling. Have we looked at this D already? Yeah, I guess so. A lunatic inside ran fast time. Sped can mean ran fast. But lunatic. A lunatic. Inside ran fast. Raced? I don't know. Stuffed food in little landfills. Devil? Well, I think like deviled eggs, right? Maybe those can be called devil eggs, I think. Can the rest of this make sense? Food. Sorry, we're supposed to be looking for in little landfills? Well, landfills are kind of vile, I guess. But then we have DEGGS that's supposed to mean little. Because we have in little landfills. And DEGGS makes no sense as landfills as far as I can tell. Wait a minute. Could tossing be an anagram indicator, maybe? Usually you would expect tossed. But I do notice that astro pitcher is 12 letters. 7 plus 5. And it has a P and an H. An orchestra pit. Told you, I think it's theater. I was close. And this is an anagram for astro pitcher. Alright, this should help with a lot of them, hopefully. Raced is still looking good. Can't be like a record. A lunatic could be like mad. Like, so Ramada could somehow be involved? I don't know. How about this S? Raise hustling off. Stingrays are stingers? I mean, like stingers fits, but what does this have to do with hustling off? Like nothing, right? I really don't think this is right, but I'll leave it penciled for now. Then I have a lot of other good ideas. Quit or agree to keep going. Could this be retire somehow? Retire means quit. But what does this have to do with or agree to keep going? Retire, like you put new tires on a car to keep it going? Quite a stretch. All right, we have a T now, though. We're getting closer. All right, time to open up Emacs again here. So we have T blank R blank 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 H. And we want in trash, we use the TRH. Tarnish is what we were looking for. Means soil. We're almost out of help for this long thing as well. Stopping of the wind. Stopping of the could be the letter E. And then it could just end with wind, I guess. Unpleasant. Disgusting? I like that idea. It fits. It has the right meaning. I don't see the wordplay yet. Why is it right? Is it right? Stopping. Ah, a gust of wind is in here. But I don't understand what that has to do with... Stopping of the wind. D-I-S-I-N-G doesn't seem to mean anything. Huh. I think it's right, but I don't know why. Resign or re-sign. Songstresses? Yeah, those are female vocalists. Why is it right? Boy George's first. I have no idea what that has to do with any of this. Who the hell is Boy George? Boy George. He's like a singer, right? Yeah. He's on Twitter. Okay. No idea. Maybe like, no, not sure how that has anything to do with anything. So stresses could mean strains or strains for. So is just like his first is a song? Somehow? Okay. So how many clues are left that I haven't gotten yet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not bad. I haven't given up hope yet, but it's been a reasonable performance, even if I can't get any more. Match? Is there some holiday that has matches? Or like Emily put back? Raced? I really like raced, but it doesn't make any sense. Ray's hustling off. Well, it's not stinging or whatever. ran fast time. If you ran a fast time, you set a record. You won. I don't know. Raise hustling off. Can't even end with ing. Oof. Wait a minute. What if off is the anagram indicator? Hustling is 8 letters. I bet that's what it is. We have an S and an I. All right, Emacs time again. We have S, I, 3 blanks after each of them, and we want hustling minus the S and the I. Shut Ingle? It's supposed to mean raise? Sunlight. Sunlight is a raise. What? HH? Who puts HH in a word? I mean, H blank H obviously is like not as bizarre as HH, but still, like, man, they would have caught you if you were. They would have caught you for a German spy if you'd put HH in holiday decor. Haha. Match. Merch. Ho ho. Mini ho ho. I don't know. Deadlands. Something lands maybe. Dumplings. Those are stuffed food. Little landfills would be dumplings. Okay. God, is this from Mata? Remodel? Remodel. Could that be right somehow? Doesn't make any sense. Oh, it's Ramadan! I said Ramadan earlier, and I thought Ramada, like Ramada, because that is a word, it's not just a brand. But, so, a lunatic is a mad inside Ran, and Ramadan is a time to fast. It's fast time. Month? Munch? Oh, I'm so close. Month? Oh, God. What is going on with this clue? Holiday? Man... Mint? Munch? Month? I can only think of like munch and month are like the only words that make much sense here. They don't make sense in terms of the clue, but they at least like fit into like the letters that we have. Sharon and Emily put back. I have no idea what this clue is saying. I can't break apart any parts of it at all. There's like put back. Are Sharon and Emily roles in some famous piece of literature? And we're meant to know like what it's from and write it backwards, i.e. put it back? Like they share a last name or something? Like there's the Hannum? mint, 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 mint. And here's the thing, it has to be a single 8-letter word. There might be a way to interpret it as a multiple word thing, but there has to be a valid 8-letter word. Holiday. An 8-letter word for holiday, or holiday decor, or put back, or back. There's stuff like Manchuria, which is too long and doesn't make sense. I just have no idea. Buster Brown's last bow. Norio. With love. Or just love. I have no idea what's going on here in either of these. Alright, I guess we're not gonna... Today's not gonna be the day we finish one, but we did a great job anyway. It's not wheat flour. Bread flour? Do you call it that? A monarchy. What the hell does that have to do with anything? Or monarchs? Menorahs. Okay. Sharon M. Written backward, I see. Yes, menorahs are holiday decor. I still think, let's just look up real quick on the old Googles. Wheat flour. You search for this and you get 151 million hits. Bread flour, I should have done this incognito, by the way. 265 million hits. So bread flour is more popular by 40% than wheat flour, apparently. Bread flour, wheat flour. What is... Bread flour or strong flour is always made from hard wheat. It has a very high protein... Here, I can just show you guys. Very high protein content. Cake flour is a finely milled white flour made from soft wheat. Can I substitute wheat flour for bread flour? Huh. So that oh, a guide to different types of wheat flour. How exciting. Wheat flour. All-purpose. I know this is not the crossword, but you gotta learn something. So bread flour is strong, high gluten content. Cake flour, soft wheat with low gluten content. Pastry flour is in between. Self-rising flour. So these are all different kinds of wheat flour, and bread flour is a specific kind, is what it looks like to me. Norto, Normo, Narto, Near Nerdo, Norco. It's I have no idea. Give me another letter. A, B, C, Narco? Last bow with love? Surely not. Why? Buster Brown's last bow. Oh, I see. So I was I was interpreting last as like the last of Buster Brown's, but it's the last of Buster Brown, which I should know better. That's the right way to hint this. So it should be N, and then a bow is an arc. And it's with love, which is like in a tennis score, love is 0, and that could be O. But then where's the definition? I used the entire thing for wordplay. Oh, a buster could be a narco. Like a narco cop could bust. Do we really? I'm more familiar with narco meaning like, you know, from the, was it a Netflix series? Narcos? As like the drug lord, not the people who bust drug lords. But okay, we could have Narco be Buster, and then this is Brown's last, not Buster Brown's last. All right, I mean, that's, as I said, a pretty good performance. We needed it to correct one letter that I had. Well, I had several letters wrong in this one word. And then to give me this letter, or this letter here. But still, a great performance on a reasonably difficult cryptic. Were there any where I didn't understand the clue by the end? I didn't really get grotto. Arrived at is got to. Outside. Oh, I see. Arrived at, it's not the outside of red. Arrived at, got to is being written outside of red. And R can mean red in, for example, RGB. Okay. Resign, we got standard Pecos River. I had to look that one up. Nat, tarnish, dungeon. Sure. Still don't totally understand this. Boy George's first somehow means song. Dumplings is adorable. Sharon M. Put back. That's a tough one. Lestat. Had to look that up to confirm, but it was right. Disgusting. I don't get this one still. Oh, I get it. So if it were gusting and you wanted to make it stop gusting, you might disgust it. And so disgusting could be described as stopping of the wind. Okay, sure. Train set, yeah, we got that one. Yep. I don't understand this. Wag? What does wag mean exactly? Wag. An acronym, well, okay, so for one thing, it's an acronym used to refer to wives and girlfriends of high-profile sports persons. That's interesting. Clearly not the meaning we have in mind, but what is this? What does it stand for? Are we talking about like women and girls? Ah, wife and or girlfriend, I see. It's not a, it's a term that Wikipedia seems to think is not like the most polite, I guess. Wag, struck, hip. Hit. Oh, wag, could wag mean wit, and then hit could mean struck? Wag, wit. Wag is a synonym for wit. Really? Wag versus, I'm trying to find like a a reliable source for definitions. Let's just ask Merriam-Webster. They're the only ones I trust. Wag. Okay, it's a verb, which we don't care about at the moment, I think. A noun, the act of wagging, or wit or joker. Huh. Don't know. There you go. Well, that's what it means. Mythical ship, we got news. Yep. Decimal point, very good. Ramadan, satiric. Okay, cool. Well, a pretty good cryptic. I hope those of you who enjoy the cryptics enjoyed this one as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.